Hello. Yeah, perfect. Awesome. Okay. Hello. How are you? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, wherever you are all over the world. My name is Malali Enang and I'm excited to be here. I will just welcome myself properly and then we'll go on right. Fantastic. Awesome. So now let me do a proper welcome. Hi everyone, you are welcome. Hi Flecky Joe, hi Chibuzo, hi guys, hi everybody. Thank you for being here. So I know that I didn't do any poster, I didn't do any announcement. Hi, but I just felt that it was the right thing to do. We meet here every Sunday evening from about 8 p.m. South African time till about 8:30. When I have guests, then I come in and we meet for about an hour. Okay, so today I have no guests, but I've got a book that I have been working with and I want to talk to you about it. And I'm excited that today finally we're able to go onto Instagram and onto Facebook. So here we are. Thank you. All right. So I think for me, the first thing I would like to ask everyone is, have you gone through the series that we had on wise words on parenting? If you haven't, what are you waiting for? You really need to actually go and check out those series. We just completed 6 series on wise words on parenting, and I have been blown away. I've been blessed, taught a lot. I mean, so much has happened on that or on those series, and I just want to encourage you. If you haven't, I had 6 amazing ordinary, seemingly ordinary parents who have raised extraordinary children. And I just want to encourage you, please go onto my YouTube channel, Bolani Enang, and you'll see all of those episodes. They're all there for your consumption. Right. So today, this is what I've got to share with you. I think it's right that I just show you what I'm going to be talking about today. But really, today I've been reading a book, and I think maybe that's what I should talk to you about. I've been reading a book, and it's called Train Up a Child by Nancy Van Pelt. First of all, guys, this book is phenomenal. That's what I can say. This book is absolutely excellent. I started reading this book, and it's really a workshop. If you really look at it, it's a workshop, and it's a lot of chapters. But what I want to talk to you about today is how to build your child's self-worth. Oh my gosh. When I started studying this, and I'm still reading, oh, by the way, I need to let you know who I am. I'm a family life enthusiast. What that means is that I'm a junkie on family life, everything that has to do with family life. From I read books, I go for seminars, and I'm formally in school, really training towards this family life business. I am very, very, very excited about the family. I think that families are so critical. I think that if we get it right with the family, then our society is much better for it. So today we're going to be talking about how to build your child's self-worth. Okay. So I'm going to be going through this book with you. You understand? Because many times, right, people say, but parenting comes with no manual. I agree with you. However, there are many things out there. There's many resources out there that you as a parent can take advantage of and you can use to just enhance your family life. It's so critical, guys, that we make the investments. So I have a quote that I say. I always say that you're the best parent for your child. And as long as you make the right investments, one day your children or your child will thank you for the things that you have done for being yourself. So I want to encourage you, we're all on this journey together, how to build your child's self-esteem or your child's self-worth. So listen to this. I'll read some of the quotes from the book. This book is by Nancy Van Pelt. She's written amazing books. Actually, there's another book here in my library. Let me see. That's right. There's another book here. It's called Highly Effective Marriage. I know my lights must be disturbing, but let's see if you can see it. Highly Effective Marriage by Nancy Van Pelt. Another amazing book. And these are books that I am recommending for you. All right, thank you to everyone who has joined. Please share, tell your friends that we're here live. It's Family Life with Bolande. Okay, so let's go. Oh, I already have comments. Hi guys, how you doing? Hey, hi. Awesome. Let's go. I did an appraisal. Guys, I have to tell you, this rocks my world. I actually failed a test on parenting. The self-evaluation in chapter 1. I got one of the lowest ranking, and I thought, what? Okay, I need to I need to sit up and maybe like learn a little bit more about what is going on here. Okay. So, but what I learned from that is it's okay. It's okay to know my challenge. It's okay to understand that maybe I haven't gotten certain things right. And that's fine. As long as you as a parent, you know that maybe I'm not getting this quite right. And then you make adjustments and tell yourself, okay, so how are we going to make this better? I think that's the best thing the parents can do for themselves or for your child. Okay, so let's go. In this chapter 1, she's talking about self-respect. And I was thinking to myself, what is self-respect? So listen to this. She says, it is the mental picture of oneself formed by feedback accumulated from others over the years. No way. Please forgive me. Forgive me, guys. Okay. All right. It says it's the mental picture. Self-respect is a mental picture of oneself formed by feedback accumulated from others over the years and through the experiences of life. That is what self-respect means. And I began to think about that. Did you know that as a parent, I found this is my journey as a parent. I'm finding that my own challenges, it's very, very, it's very likely that you will, what's that word? Help me now. It's very likely that you will transpose your weaknesses, your own challenges onto your child. Very, very likely. And so, as a parent, you need to deal with your own issues. So, blessedly, I preached at our church today. I'm the youth pastor, so I had the opportunity to do that. And I was given an illustration about darkness. When I was a child, I did not like darkness. And I have a younger sister, blessedly, who is very bold and very strong. And my younger sister would actually follow me to the bathroom at night because I was so terrified of the darkness. So as I was sharing that, it was one of the things we were talking about in terms of God leading you through the darkness of life and all of that. And you know the interesting thing, I was watching it because we're doing online church, right? So I was the one who was preaching. So they were, I know, right? So they were projecting it onto the church's Zoom. And you know what my son says to me? Just like me, mommy. I don't like going to the toilet at night alone. I'm very scared. And it's funny, his younger sister also goes with him. Just like how my younger sister went with me, used to go with me back in the day. And my child says, Mommy, just like me. And I said, I know. You know why I never used to shout at him like, go to the toilet alone? Because I had that same issue. And I'm still researching on it, guys. By the way, I'm researching. Does it mean that maybe some of the challenges that you have as a parent, if you don't deal with it and then it comes like full cycle and then it comes to your child, what would you do? How would you deal with it? Like now, how am I dealing with darkness? You know, I could never sleep alone in a house until I was 25 years old. Hi guys, when I think about it, I'm like, that is so crazy. Until I was 25. Okay, so that means that there are things that I Permit me, I just want to move a bit. That means that there are things that I myself must deal with as a parent. And once you notice those things in your life, you must deal with them. So today is almost like confession time. As talented as I am, and God has gifted me in many, many ways, there's something that I've battled a lot with. It's putting myself down and just thinking, but I could have done that better. I'm my worst critic. I'm learning that I need to actually deal with that because sometimes I see those tendencies in my own children. So, parents, if you've got issues, deal with your issues. Self respect is a mental picture that you and I are creating in the lives of your children or your child, if you've got only one. And it's based on feedback, it's based on what we're telling them, it's based on what we're allowing people to say to them. Do you see what I'm saying? So, Nancy Pelt says that it's accumulated from others. It's feedback accumulated from others over the years and through the experiences of life. So, if you've got your own issues, how are you going to deal with them? First of all, recognize your own issues. So, I'm just going to move on. And she's telling us self-respect is not self-love. For me, if these were my words, I'll tell you, oh, these are my words, these are the things that I'm thinking. But these words are for you, okay? So think about it. Self-respect. How can you build self-respect in the life of your child? Because a child that actually respects themselves, let me tell you some of the things that works in the life of that child. Interesting. People who possess self-respect like themselves and have confidence in their abilities and are satisfied with their life and work. Since they have confidence in their abilities, they're able to risk attempting new things. Hear this. If they encounter failures, they have the ability to deal with them without whipping themselves mercilessly with guilt. They can move out of a failure pattern and begin anew. Those with self respect not only feel innate value, but they also know that they have an important contribution to make in life. They feel loved and therefore can genuinely love others because they feel good about themselves. They're able to respond positively to people and life situations. A good self concept allows individuals to accept their appearance, even their distinctive features. Have you seen people are like, I have a big nose, I have a big. People with self respect who have a healthy self respect are able to actually accept themselves for who they are. Hmm. Guys, self respect is not self love in an egoistical, prideful sense. In fact, once you start bragging and boasting about yourself and your accomplishments, they are classic symptoms of low self worth. So, let's run to how clearly this is my resource. So I just want to run to how you can deal or help yourself build self-respect. Did you know that from when a child is a baby, they already know whether they are loved or not? Word. Children from when they're babies. So I've got that here. That the origin of self-respect, of self-disrespect lies in childhood. It lies in childhood. Parents fail to render the support needed for feelings of um parents fail to render the support needed for feelings of adequacy to develop during the tender years. These have lifetime consequences. So, my encouragement to you as a parent today is, okay, check out yourself. What are you doing for your child? Now, dimensions of self-respect are diverse. Listen to this one. This is so important. By the time the child blows out that one little candle on his or her first birthday cake, his self-respect is already vulnerable. When an infant is only a few months of age, he can distinguish between censure and praise. He senses his importance when he receives attention, and he sees himself as having less value when he's treated roughly. Guys, a baby. Parents, for those of us who are just having our children, if you know anybody in your in your circle that is just a new parent, just make sure they tune in on Sundays to this. Hey, you know why? Because we're going to be learning together how to do it right from the beginning. How powerful is that? I want to encourage you. Do you remember what Mrs. Kuti said last week at the last episode of Wise Words on Parenting? Somebody says, but what if I didn't do it well from the beginning? She says, the moment you realize that I am wrong, in fact, the moment you realize, okay, I need to do things better, that's your morning. You know, whenever you wake up, that's a proverb she used. Whenever you open your eyes and wake up, that's your morning. Guys, any one of us, no matter what age your child is, from infant to teen or to adult life, whenever you wake up and you realize, I've not got this right, that's your morning. That is when you need to wake up and get things done. So I'm here on Instagram, on YouTube, and on Facebook, and I'm confident that for you to be tuning in and watching this episode, and for those who will be watching the replay, it tells you that you're a parent who is very mindful of your parenting, of your family life, and you want to do it better. And I applaud you for that. I really do. So what are the ways that we can work on self-respect? Guys, self-respect must be learned. Self-respect must be earned. And self-respect must be experienced. So let's say that together. Self-respect must be learned, it must be earned, and it must be experienced. So let me just read a few things here and then we'll just chat. Please throw questions because people keep talking about confidence, and I've got a few tips around confidence and things that I'm also working on. Remember, my children, luckily I've got young children. However, I work with teenagers, so I know the power of actually getting this thing right from the start. All right, so let's go. Self respect must be learned. It is a learned response to the total combination of life's experiences. A child is not born feeling good about himself or herself, although tendencies towards either positive or negative feelings about oneself may be inherent. Self respect generally evolves from a child's daily interactions with others. So, who are you exposing your child to? Are you exposing your child to people who would pull them down and say, "Ah, look at you. You are too dark. You are too light. You are blah." Who are you exposing your child to? And who are you exposing your own self to? I mean, as a parent, I'm learning this for myself. I've got to actually ensure that even in the way that I deal with myself, with my family, with my colleagues at work, with the people around me, that I'm actually operating from the point of view of I respect myself. I remember Bola Dejikurome. She's one of the ladies that I absolutely respect in my life. I've known her since our varsity days, so she's doing an amazing work with women across the world. She was saying that if you get a divine idea and you don't do it, it just shows the level of respect that you have for yourself. Where you've got a powerful idea or something that you can be doing, a breakthrough thought that you can be doing, and you're like, I can't do. She says it just shows that you do not respect yourself. The day I heard that, oh my goodness, I was blown away. I thought, are you serious? So when a divine idea comes, or a super idea or something comes to my mind, and I don't carry it out because I don't believe in myself, it just shows the level of how much I truly respect myself, respect my intellect, respect the God nature within me. Wow. Parents, thought for you. Think about that. Self-respect must be learned. I want to encourage you. And we need to encourage our children to know that they are valued and that they must value themselves. That is so important. It's so critical. I am learning. Hey Shaya, how you doing? Listen, it is so important that we allow our children know that they deserve to be respected. Oh, I remember growing up. One of the things my dad never allowed us, he never shut us down. He honestly encouraged us to continue talking, to continue talking. Can I just do a quick one? He encouraged us to keep on talking. He encouraged us. He's like, he wanted to know your opinion about things. For him, those things were so important. I want to encourage you, moms and dads. Self respect is such an important thing we can teach our children. So let's keep going on. So, self respect must be learned. It must be learned. You must make sure you encourage your children to develop positive feelings of worth. Your child is valuable. Your child is important. Let's run to the next one. Self respect must be earned. All right. So Let's go to this. A worthwhile task done well will foster feelings of adequacy. So I remember my older sister kept talking to me about exposing my children to things that, like a type of sport or extracurricular activities, things that a child can do and make them feel good about themselves must be earned. So once you start seeing what your child likes to do, once you start seeing that, oh, your child likes to do X, Y, and Z, guess what? Encourage them to carry on doing those things. It is so, so important. Encourage them. When they want to do things that you're not sure about, things that you can see this child as a talent, encourage them. It helps them to earn what we mean by self-respect. You see what I'm saying? So allow them. As a result, questions about performance and ability weave their way into the very fabric of a child's life. When a child asks you, Mommy, how did I do? What do you think about that? Am I good enough? That is when you say, yes, you are. And don't say, yes, you are when the child is not doing it well. So encourage your child to do those things that you know they're strong at. Do you see what I'm saying? Maybe your child is a good painter, is a good, your child speaks well, your child, remember growing up, I talked a lot, hey? Now I talk for a living. I do MC work, I do public speaking, I do workshops. But that happened from when I was a child. So encourage your children. Let them encourage them to do the things that they're already strong, at. Encourage your kids' parents. It's so important. Okay, let's go. So when your child is asking you, how am I doing? It's already unspoken in their mind. They're wondering, am I making you proud? If your child has done something, tell them, I am proud of you. That is so powerful. I'm proud of you. I'm proud of what you're doing. I'm proud of who you're becoming. And when they haven't done it well, give them feedback. Children know when you're patronizing them. Don't patronize your child, but however, call them out when they do things that are great. Remember, how are we building our children's self-esteem, self-worth, self-respect? It must be learned, earned, and now experienced. So you can repeatedly tell your child, oh, I love you. You can talk all you want. But if a child doesn't feel, oh, I once did a workshop on how to make your child feel loved. Remember, we all experience love in different ways. We experience love. One of the keys to knowing how your child experiences love is how they show you love. So one of my children comes to me and wants to give me a hug, especially when that child says that I'm stressed. He's like, Mommy, are you stressed? I'm like, no. So unfortunately, I lost my uncle a few last week. And this particular child kept coming to me, Mommy, you'll be fine. Mommy will love you. Everything will be okay. That's this particular child. He wants to hug me. So today, I was telling you about our online church, right? So I was rubbing him and I could see he put his head on my lap and I wanted to be rubbed. I'm learning that this child, this is his love language. My other child loves to make things. It is during this lockdown I realized this child is an art and craft guru. Now, I cannot cut streets. I don't like coloring. I don't do arts and crafts. I'm very bad with this. But this child of mine is like everything I don't have in that area. She is super at those things. So she makes things. Oh, I wish I brought one. It's by my bedside. Mommy, you are the best mommy in the whole world. Oh my gosh, she just warms my heart. I have noticed that's her love language. So make sure that you meet them at their point of need. Okay? So let them experience that you value them. So self-respect must be experienced. A child can sense that his parents love and care for him and still not believe that they feel that he's worthy. So I want to encourage you. Loving your child is not enough. Your child must feel your acceptance. When I do trainings for Sunday school teachers, I tell them, tell the kids that you work with that you love them. But don't go, oh, I love you. Or I appreciate you and they're rolling your eyes. No, they can sense it. make sure that they can feel that you really want to be there. So I learned a skill I think a couple of months ago, and I'm really doing my best to try and make sure that I'm practicing. And this skill is where you actually say to your child that you close, maybe you're reading a book, like the forever reading, you close that book and your child wants to talk to you, and you're like, okay, I'm listening to you. What do you want? It's so powerful. When they know that they are important, let them experience that they are valuable, that they're important to you. So, your take home today, our take home as parents is make sure, remember, our definition of self respect, according to this book, remember, this is the book, Train Up a Child. If you want it, you DM me. It's actually, you can't find it on Amazon, it's powerful. They have people that they have direct sales. That's what they do. And in different parts of the world, they can actually come to you. But if you're here in South Africa, this you can get also. It's Train Up a Child by Nancy Van Pelt. She's amazing. And I have this other book that she's written. Yeah, yeah, about highly effective marriages. Please let's keep ensuring that we're making investments in our homes. You're making investments in your life. I hope this has been helpful for you. Remember, your child's self-respect. Self-respect is a mental picture of oneself formed by feedback accumulated from others over the years and through the experiences of life. So if a dad or a mom, just as a human being, if you feel that your self-worth or your sense of self-respect is not at par, make sure you surround yourself with people who speak life into you. Nobody is perfect and nobody's all bad. Yeah? Make sure you're surrounded with the right people. Make sure that you yourself, you earn it. Work harder on the things, strengthen your strengths. Those things that you can do well, do them better. Now, this is for you as a parent because you can't give what you don't have. And then let it be experienced. Make sure you yourself, you take care of yourself. Take care of yourself. It's so important. On that note, remember, self-worth, self-respect, you can build it. One of the things you can do is ensure that you are learning it, you're speaking life over yourself, you're speaking life over the people around you, you're showing yourself and your family love, and you are learning, you are saying it over and over. You are worth more than anybody else is saying about you, whether they're saying it bad or wrong. You must have that internal impetus that I am valuable, I am important in the scheme of life. All right. So on this note, I'm on my way out, but I've got a big one for you. I want to do two things. First of all, please, I'm doing a survey. I want to find out from parents what are your greatest struggles? Just even in this period, like in the last, let's say between January and June and July. Yeah, the last 7 months. What are the things that you have struggled with the most? If you can put that in the comment section, it will mean the world to me. I want to know whether the things that I struggle with are really the things that others are struggling with, or things that you want to grow more in, questions you have. I know people have questions a lot about confidence, about self-worth, and that's why I'm going to do a lot more about this particular self-respect over the next few weeks. So that's one too. We also we're embarking on building a community called Parent Cluster, where we will actually have mentors, family life mentors, where we're going to have access to courses and access to books and seminars and talks and places where we can repeatedly be exposed to things that can support us in our journey as parents. So please look out for the Parents Cluster community. And if you're very interested in that, we've got a free course coming out under Capacity Growth Consult. Please look out onto our website, and once it's out, we'll let you know. It's going to be a free course. It is called stronger how to build connected families and how to strengthen connected families for those who have children and those who have teenagers. We've got a specialist on teenage life, and he's going to do an amazing job on that. Or he's done an amazing job on that rather, and you will be able to experience that once the course is launched. Okay, so those are the things that I wanted to announce today, that we're getting ready to start to launch the Parents Cluster Community, and we're going to do this more. And if you're interested in doing this workshop with me, okay, train up a child, it's an 8-week course. DM me. If I have enough people, if I have 20 people, we're good to go. We're going offline and we're going to do this course together. All right, thank you everybody for being here. Please kindly share, like on my YouTube channel. Please subscribe and then hit the notification bell so that every time we go live and we post videos, you'll see them. I really want to thank you for coming online today. I know that you're very mindful of your family life and you want it to be stronger and better. And by God's grace, it will be better and stronger. Enjoy the rest of your day and have a super fantastic week ahead. I'll see you next week, Sunday at 8 p.m. South African time. All right. Super. Enjoy your day. God bless you. And make sure you have a super week. Remember, families are to be enjoyed and not endured. Goodbye.